Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Now today, before we get into the actual match, we're going to be doing a few transfers. I think in my opinion, when you look at the team, it's a little light. You know, there needs a bit more potential in the team, a bit more pace as well, especially up front and especially in the wing-back position. So as you can see, I'll start with Reece James, obviously a great player in real life, can play as a right-back in CDM on the game. I'd want to play as a right wing-back, so we needed pace. And we started with it. I thought 15 million was a decent offer. Obviously in real life, they wouldn't take that, didn't take it there either. And I was not willing to pay any more than that, especially considering he's not the fastest anyway, so I need a bit faster right wing back. So I went on to this guy called Dodo, and pretty decent cards. You can't see his stats there, obviously. I didn't have enough time to scout him, so he's got about 95. He's got about 85 to 90 pace, which is decent. Then when it was born the deal, obviously we didn't want to do that, and they negotiated a 1% sell-on clause. So I don't want to sell him anyway, so I don't think that's going to be too much of a deal breaker. And then move on to the contract, you know, want an important role, whatever is fine. And we get the 20,000 a week, and I think that's a pretty decent offer to give him. Wages don't matter as much, it's more about the transfer fees anyway. So straight away, you can see throwing him in the squad, and we'll move Bogle to the bench, because I think if you look at the stats, pace is more important for the right wing back, and he has a lot more of it. Moving to the left side, we got Tavares. Now, this guy's got a 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills, so a very good start for him. He actually has very poor pace, he actually has very poor stamina, should I say. He's got 68 stamina to start off with, so it's not a great start, but, you know, it only getting better, so we just got to develop it, I guess. Now, this is what I want on my left side, so he will be the starter on the left side as well, just like Dodo's going to be on the right. And then we just throw him quickly. I didn't find any of these out myself. This is actually for a YouTube video, which was very helpful, so I'll leave the channel in the description if you want to find out similar players which are like these, which you want to do for your own career modes, because the guy who made it, obviously without his help, I would have no idea who to go for this career mode. So it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of changed the outcome of the whole series basically for the better. And now we're going for the left side. This guy is a left back and a centre back. I want to be playing on the left side of defence. I feel I'd love to have O'Connell, but in this game he's just a bit too slow, so I want to go for someone else. Now this guy's got 80 pace, I think, for a centre-back, which is pretty insane. And he's got decent stamina and strength as well as decent defensive awareness. But he's not there yet. You know, he's still pretty low rated, as you'll find out in a minute. But it's another one to, you know, for the future. As you can see, it come up on the screen anytime now. Just trying to sort out the team. Yeah, 69 rated. You know, it's not the best, but in terms of his 77, so I was wrong. But he's got decent physical and decent pace for a centre back, and I'm sure that he's only going to get better with time. As you can see, I've just made 3 transfers, and I've still got about 20 million to spend. So that's the advantage with buying youngsters, because in this game they're so cheap, you know, dirt cheap. I think I haven't kept tabs on it too much, but I think I've spent about maybe 7 million so far, and those guys, if they reach their potential, will be worth about 70 million each by the end of the series. So it's insane amount of deals to do. Now we're going for this guy. It's a bit more pricey, but he's insane, even better than the other guys. He's a striker with 90 plus pace, 75 plus finishing, and decent dribbling stats as well. Once again, only going to get better. And I had to give him a bit more money because I was really desperate to get this guy, so I didn't want to have to lose him in negotiations. As you can see, I rinsed all my money there. Only 16,000 a week left to spend, and the team's shaping together bit by bit more nicely. Now, as we saw, Bert did pretty well in the last episode, but it was against Stoke in the Championship, so he's not even going to make the bench anymore for now. But hopefully, if he can improve his development, his shooting especially, then I could reconsider playing him. But for now, it's just not ideal. As you can see, I've gone into development. This is something which is new this season, and I'm really a big fan of it, if I'm honest. And as you saw in the last episode, I played Berg at centre back, and I've got big plans of carrying on with that. So that's what we're doing for today. As you can see, Brewster in the picture there, 5 goals his last 3 games. Can he get on the score sheet for us once again? Let's find out. Now we get the ball underway. Norwood on the ball, like I said in the last episode, very impressed with his performances so far. Hasn't got many standout stats, but it's still been immense for us this season, which is massive credit to him and how he plays in this game. And maybe an underrated player in real life as well. You know, he only played 1 game, which was against Fulham as well in real life. And, you know, maybe he deserves another chance against Chelsea as well. We'll find out on Saturday. Dodo there getting on the ball, nice start, shows how quick he is, and we really need in this series, because without any pace out wide, we're really going to struggle. Tanzebe here, I thought it was a decent tackle, but apparently not. And immediately I started with an attacking midfielder in Brown. I thought he was very good so far, and I thought maybe more attacking would be more beneficial, but so far it just showed so many I looked so vulnerable, so I decided to stop already and move back to the flat three midfield. And a decent save from Ramsdale here. I have to say, I feel maybe his positioning can be poor at times, but he's been absolutely immense in shot stopping, so not too much to complain about, and we haven't actually lost yet, so he can't be too bad. Now, still on the ball here, what can they do with it? Fleck trying to close him down, but he can't get there. And a decent save by Ramsdale, but really should have saved it anyway. As you can see, we're really under the cosh here. Relentless pressure from Fulham, and we just can't handle it. And another shot from Fulham, but we get away with it. Now Berg on the ball is centre-back, looks very decent. And Fleck finding a pass, a common theme in this series, hopefully. Now Tavares, the new left-back, and he meets it, and Daka gets his debut day goal. What a start for the man, his first shot, his first goal. And hopefully this is a sign of things to come. What a player, we hope. Yes, get right to the camera. We love to see it. The fans love to see it. And that's where I'd be standing, actually, if it was if it was back when we had fans. Now look at this header. It's really weird. He actually heads it bad, but it works. If he'd head it where he wanted to, probably would hit the keeper. But luckily it just about went in. I mean, it was a pretty poor header, but I got away with one there. And we're 1-0 up, and as you can see from the highlights, we've been pretty lucky because we've been up against it and we've still managed to get the goal. Now we're on the ball again. Can we? Nope, we can't. And this was a decent chance, but it was way offsides, but nice little run anyway. And still more chances than Fulham, just relentless pressure. Fleck on the ball again, a common theme, and what a pass to Brewster. Can Brewster get another goal? Yes, he can. What a finish on his weaker left foot. That's where you have 4-star weak foot, because you can do stuff like that with it. Absolutely incredible. What a signing from us, and hopefully we'll do more like this than against Chelsea, which is coming up on Saturday. Don't know how you guys are feeling about that. I am mixed. I'm mixed emotions about that, I have to say. But if we're going to have Brewster doing stuff like that in the game, then we might be okay. And if Kepa's in goal as well. 6 goals to his name now. We can't complain too much with that. When you're not scoring, there's problems. When you are, there's not much to worry about as long as you're defending. And we're defending well, okay, so far. We're giving away chances in the midfield, but the defence and the keeper's doing quite well with what they've got to face so far. Still more pressure and decent header away by Berg. I feel my new centre-back on the left side has done pretty well so far. Hasn't done too much, but he's been solid. And for 69 rated, he's done pretty well defensively. Now we're still under more pressure, but we're getting away with it so far. Norwood on the ball once again. Can Fleck find another pass? No, he can't. And still more pressure. But we're 2-0 up, so it's not all bad. But we're not anymore. Yeah, very poor one to concede, but considering how much of the ball they had, it is very much deserved, the goal. And we get the ball underway, and what's going to make of the rest of the game. Gets his head to it, but a decent save by Ramsdale once again. Not much power in it, but still had to save it. Now Brown on the ball, can he find anyone? He finds Fleck. Fleck gets there again and shoots across goal, and he gets the 3rd goal, and that should be it. And look at this celebration. It's quite a joke. I can't remember if he did the problem with the knee slide against Man U or away at Arsenal. It might have been both, but I remember him doing it against one of the two. I think it might have been Man U. I'll have to check afterwards. But yeah, great shot by Fleck, and that should be us home and hosed. First goal of the season for him. What we'd love to see. Hopefully more to come. Berg, can he close him down? No, he can't. And he gets another goal. Very poor from us there. Tanzebe could have done better, maybe. Positional sense was a little off. And now we just got to try and close up shop and not concede and get a draw. Luckily, we're quite far in stoppage time, so we do get the win. And that's the first one in the season as well, so hopefully more to come. It's been unbeaten start so far, but it's only 1 win at the same time, so not as good as it seems. But let's hope it's the start of something. We've got some new signings now, so maybe that's why we're winning games. We've won this game. And it's always important when you have pace. And every player who signed has made a good start to the season. Daka played well, got the goal. The 2 wing-backs played well. You couldn't really see them too much play today because the sort of stuff they did on the ball wasn't really worth highlighting. But, decent anyway. Solid in defending and very pacey going up front. Now, as you can see, we've got an offer for Stevens. Now that I've got that left-footed centre-back, I thought there wasn't really much point because he's too slow to play as a left-back and he's not really young enough anymore for first team player in my opinion for a career mode. So we managed to get 15 million for him. As you can see, we're looking for some extra midfielders because even though we signed 2 cams, I didn't really think about it too much for the system we're playing. They're not going to work because they can't defend. So I tried playing the cam and it didn't work against Fulham, so it's not going to work against the even better teams. So I thought we're going to have to find some centre mids instead. Don't know what I'm going to do with them now that I'm going for these centre mids, but we got them for now. Maybe turn to wingers and they can come off the bench for impact players. We change formation during the game. But that's the first one. Massive player, 5-star weak foot, 3-star skills, very all-rounded player, and hopefully can be the Nainggolan in the future, which what I wanted originally. But you know, he was on the decline. This one's on the rise. So hopefully this could be a very promising signing. Xavi Simons, I think a lot of people know about this guy. Hasn't played much, hasn't played at all, I don't think, for PSG. But in terms of his youth development, he's been very highly regarded. So hopefully on FIFA he can be as well. Very cheap as well. I know he's getting paid $500,000 a year, I think, for PSG already. And we managed to get him on a very cheap wage considering that. This is why it's kind of unrealistic. Evanilson, this is apparently sort of a similar card to Haaland, which makes sense because they're both 6'4" and quite strong guys, but not agile either. And he's got decent pace as well, so I thought it would be a decent striker to go for. I think because McBurney's going to be a bit too sluggish and he's not going to have that good potential, this was my sort of equivalent to try and find. And he's obviously, I think he's younger, he's not going to be too expensive, and on top of that, he's got an 87 potential, so if he reaches that, it'd be insane. But as it stands, he can't even get in the first team because we've got Daka who's scored, and we've also got Brewster, so I don't really want to bring him on just yet because I feel like it's not really fair because they've done all they can, but maybe in the future, if he can prove himself, he might have to be thrown in instead of someone else. But as you can see, he is now a Sheffield United player. Although an Arsenal player, I kept getting this glitch a lot where I'd go out and then it would suddenly have an Arsenal picture. I don't know why. Maybe it's because alphabetically they're the first team in the Premier League, so it's just a little glitch. And as you can see, I'm just looking through the squad, and I think I go over to, I go and try and find McBurney, and I just want to get him on loan because I do want to keep him for now, but I just need him to get more develops because he's not really going to improve at all just sitting on the bench. So we're just going to try and hope if he goes somewhere that he can improve and come back to the club a better player. If not, maybe in the future have to sell him on a transfer fee. But in terms of the squad, I think this is all I really needed. That was, you know, they weren't even necessary signings. They were just people to sort of even strengthen the squad even more. And I think I can be almost certain that that's going to be enough to see us through to January. Maybe in January, if I see the system starting to not work as much anymore, I could come in for some more wingers. I feel like I said, the stamina isn't great for the Tavares, the left back, but we have got low on the bench, so maybe he'll be good enough to bring off the bench. But maybe if we want someone even better, then we could look at some other solutions. But for now, I'm very happy with the squad. Maybe we could try and look for another. Maybe we could try and look for another centre back on the right side because Tanzebe is going to be going. But I think for now we're all right. We've got some other people which in the future could replace him. As you can see, I've just sort of frozen the screen because I want to show you, in case you're interested, some of the other teams and their transfers that they've been doing. No one as much as us, as you can see, but some are kind of, you know, raise the eyebrows a bit. And yeah, as you can see, a lot of interesting signings. I don't really think West Ham would sell Antonio for less than 20 million. I mean, that was with another player included as well, so it's a bit crazy. But as you can see, Arsenal big spenders, 133 million, and that includes on Blind. As you can see, I got an offer from Roma, but it was a option with a loan to buy, and yeah, they were never really going to have him on loan and never buy him. So as you can see, any second now, they really rejected that claim, and we move on. Yeah, it would have been nice to get him out on loan, but maybe it means we need to sell him. I think we'll find out in January. Maybe he'll play a few games and we'll see how good he is. But for now, he's going to be left in the squad. I don't really think we've got enough time to sell him on. And as you can see, there's just more teams coming up here with more of their transfer deals. Immobile going to Man City for 90 million. Bit of an interesting one there. Considering they've already got Jesus and Aguero, I don't think it'd happen in real life, but you never know. And we've got 1 hour left. Can we sell anyone? That's the issue now. We don't really need to buy anyone else. We've got another loan offer, and we've got offer from Egan as well. This was a 2-year loan from Benfica, so it was, you know, they weren't, you know, you can imagine they wouldn't give them first team football considering the level they play at, but who knows. And I did accept both of them, but just to sort of make the video go a bit faster, I edited it out because the deal weren't done in time. I managed to agree a 22 million deal with Atletico Madrid for Egan, but they ran out of time, so it was a shame because I think obviously a great player in real life, but in this career mode, once again, a player who's old-ish, you know, like 27, and in terms of his stats, got 65 pace, you know, decent strength and defending, but nothing special. Brewster on the cameras again, 6 goals in 3 games, the man can't stop scoring. Another tough game against Everton this time. The fixtures really haven't been kind to us so far, but Brewster against his old rival club, can he do anything today against them? A decent team so far. They've had a pretty poor start. I mean, they've had an amazing start, but they've had pretty poor run of games recently. But in FIFA, how will they do? Because we know it differs very much in career mode to real life sometimes. Now, Norwood and the flex, decent combination of the ball, I have to say, so far. And Brown finding a nice pass to Dodo. What can he do with the ball? Shoots, and he scores. The right back gets a goal after his second game. Not a bad start whatsoever. I really thought this guy would be a great player for us, and he's even risen above those expectations. Could really be a great player for us. I know Shakhtar Donetsk actually have a player, which is where I bought him from, I think he is a right back, who has a 120 million release clause. I don't know if that's this guy or not, but if it is, then it shows the sort of player we're dealing with and could definitely go all the way depending how we do in this career mode. And absolutely ecstatic with the goal. Can't believe it, can he? And can we defend this lead? Oh. And it's 16 minutes gone since we've scored, and Richarlison on the ball. Managed to get it cleared, only back to Gomez though. And can he find the pass? He finds Richarlison again. He turns so easily against Berg and gets the goal. And proves that he's just as OP in career mode as he is in Ultimate Team, because this guy, stats aren't actually outrageous, but he's just ridiculous to play against. Like, his card is just pretty unstoppable, I have to say. He's got everything, you know, a bit of pace, a bit of strength, a bit of power, decent shooting as well. And we can't contain him. And we get the ball underway, and can we try and find another goal? And the corner goes all the way out, and we manage to get it clear with Tanzebe, who gets to Brewster. And Brewster, can he release to Daka? He does. Can Daka beat the man, the last man? Does a nice heavy touch and gets away from him. He's only got Olsen to beat and saves it. Decent save there. Couldn't really done much better with it. And we're sort of trying to get that counter attack. And so far, it's working to an extent. Now we get second half underway. Can we take our chances this time? We took one, but we didn't take the other. But Everton on the ball at the moment, and they find the pass, and Richarlison scores again. Can't stop him, can I? And yeah, he's giving me nightmares, and it's probably deserved. They've had more chance in this game. Haven't really been able to show you because they've been pretty average chances, but nonetheless been on the ball more than me. So yeah, I had to throw my hands up there and should have done better, but we move on. And maybe it's signs of a weak defence. I don't know. Maybe I threw them in too early, you know, especially the left side of centre back. Do I need to change up a bit? I guess we'll see at the end of the episode. And Tavares there tries to go for the cross. I don't know if you guys get that. We try to go for the cross, but the computer thinks you're trying to go for a slide tackle. And luckily it didn't send me off, but it did give me a yellow card. And yeah, we still have 11 men on the pitch, luckily. Then I thought 20 minutes to go, not really creating much. You know, we should make a few changes. So I thought, first of all, let's give him more creativity. So I brought on Ritz, and then Rang Krak for his debut, and Kana to replace Tanzebe, who I thought had a pretty poor game. Positional sense wasn't the best, so hopefully these guys, who I probably won't win with, can at least put a good performance in, and maybe going into the next game we can see what we can do with the team. Berg intercepting, great play, 6'5", using every bit of muscle there to win the ball, and gets a nice pass away as well. Fleck with a decent turn, releases, passes, finds Norwood, who finds Daka. What can Daka do with the ball here? He cuts inside, has a shot, and Olsen saves, and they clear away. It made me think at this point, do I actually cancel the substitutions? Because we've had a decent chance there. But I thought, you know, in terms of the people who actually sort of did the best in that chance, were the ones which weren't getting taken off. So we'll just keep it as it is. And I was learnt to pay for it, because Rodriguez with a great goal there. And that was the game done and dusted. You know, with 10 minutes to go, we'd already lost. And yeah, that was that. But like I said, it was a great finish, and in fairness, there wasn't really much we could do about it, but it's still disappointing anyway. Can we get a consolation goal back? Bruce on the ball here, nice agile turns, finds Ranks, I think is his name. Decent run on the ball so far, but not agile enough to kind of get through the defence and get shot away. But he managed to find the pass to Brewster, who managed to turn and find Daka, who has probably one of the worst shots I've ever seen in this career mode so far. And probably sums up the match we've had. Anyway, Ramsdale on the ball, and that brings the end to a game which was kind of glad I'm over with, because it was a pretty poor performance. On another day maybe we could have got something out of it, but we didn't, and that was that. As you can see, we're currently 11th in the table, which, you know, mid-table form for a mid-table team, you know, we did pretty well. And I think you have to say, you know, hopefully coming on in the future we can do better than that, because I think with the players we've bought now, we've got a very decent team and a decent chance of winning. So a few more games, maybe winning the cup, depending on how we do in the second half of the season. And you never know, like I said, road to Europa League, maybe we can do it in the first season. We'll have to wait and see. But I hope you enjoyed, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the new transfers as well. I think these are going to be massive players to this career mode, and let's hope these players can be playing in the Champions League for us at some point. And until next time, guys, take it easy.